No more small account trading for me. I'm trading with the big boys now. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get access to over 240 euros to trade with without risking your own capital and comparing two funded account platforms, ClickFunder and FTMO. Let's go. Wait, let me change my shirt.
Nice shirt.
Hi guys, it's Annie, aka the NocTrader, your friendly neighborhood swing trader, back again with another video. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts on all my latest videos. Make sure to watch this video to the end so you know which funded account trading platform I decided to choose. Quick little story. So for those of you that's been following my journey since I started making this channel a couple years ago, you probably know that I've been trading pretty consistently for the last 6 years and been profitable for about 3 years. Now, when I say profitable, that doesn't mean I'm driving a Lambo, I'm flying a private jet. That means I've been in the green consistently, and I've been proud of that because very few traders can say that. There was always something that was stifling my process, and that was my account size. Typically, I'd have about between £3,000 and £5,000 in my account at any time, but that really limited how much I could really make. And I always thought, if I'm doing it with this amount, I could probably do it with 10 times that amount if I had the capital to do it. So there's one of 3 ways I can start growing my account. Number 1, slowly building up the account with my winning trades and keeping my winnings in the account so it could compound, which gives me access to more leverage so I can make bigger bets and actually make more money. The downside is that I can't spend none of my winnings. This is a slow and very monotonous process. Number 2, I can apply for a professional account. You know I love my IG, so I'm always going to use them as the example. Most of the big UK trading platforms have a professional trader's status. You have to meet 2 out of 3 eligibility criteria. So you have to either have traded an average of 10 significant size leverage transactions per quarter over the last 4 quarters. What does significant size mean? I do not know. You have to have a trading or investment portfolio over €500,000.
Say what?
Oh my guys are ballers.
Or you could have worked in the financial sector in a professional position requiring knowledge of derivative trading for at least a year. If you meet 2 out of these 3 criteria, then you can be eligible for a professional account. The good thing about having a funded account is that you get access to extra leverage than you do as a retail trader, but you forego some of the protections that retail traders have. So you can go into negative balance and the broker just assumes that you know all the technical terminologies. And with extra leverage, you can make bigger size trades and hopefully grow your account more, as well as that sweet rebate that you get if you make lots of trades. You see that? That's rebate that my friend made from just scalping the markets for a month. That wasn't even his trading profit. Probably make another video about that. Or option number 3, trade with a funded account. This is where a third-party broker provides you with capital to trade with and you share the profits. And if you lose money, they assume all the risk. Where has this been all my life? How have I never heard about this? So I scoured the internet. If you want to know about all the other trading platforms that provide funded accounts that I haven't spoken about in this video, watch this video to the end because I give a list of all of the other ones that I didn't break down. Maybe I'll cover them in another video. And if you do want me to make a follow-up video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that alert button to get alerts from my latest videos. FTMO, what does it stand for? I don't know. So a little bit of background on FTMO. They were initially called Ziskejet. Yeah, good call changing the name. Good call changing the name. Anyway, they're based in Prague and they are a trading platform that their main focus is on getting funded traders to make money for them. How does it work, you ask? Well, there's 3 stages. Stage 1, you do the FTMO challenge. Stage 2 is a verification process. And stage 3, you actually get to trade with real money that they give you. You keep 70% of the profits, which is pretty good. So a little bit more about the verification process. So stage 1, you get 30 days and you have to make 10%. So you get to choose between how much capital you want to trade with. So the first 2 stages, you use a demo account. Now you can do it in euros or dollars. I want to do euros because we're in the UK, and you can be aggressive or normal. I don't know why you'd want to be aggressive because you're just making it harder for yourself. It doesn't make... So I just put on normal, which means you have to make 10% to win the first stage of the challenge. Then you can choose how much you want in your account. I'm going to do £40,000 because I'm not greedy. You can do it up to £80,000. Now, so if I have £40,000, that means I have 1 month to make 10% on my account, to increase my account by 10%. Now the max loss I can make is 10%. If I make more than 10%, I lose the account. I have to pay €345 to enter the challenge, and I have to trade for a minimum of 10 days. So you can't make it all in one day just by maxing out the leverage and doing one great trade. They want to see some consistency over time. Once you pass stage 1, you get stage 2, obviously, and that's when you do 60 days, and then they half the amount that you have to make. So it's just it's all about consistency. They want to see that you're consistent. So they give you 2 months to make 5% on the account. Should be easy if you made 10% the month before, and you don't pay anything. Once you pass these 2 stages, then you get onto the real money. So then they'll fund your account. Now, to my knowledge, they fund your account based off of what you did in the demo account. So if you traded with £40,000 for the 2 steps before, then you get 40,000 I said pounds, but euros, and then you can trade, and then there's no target, and you have a 70-30 split. You keep 70, they keep 30, and you just make money indefinitely until you decide to stop. But you still have these limitations. So you have a max drawdown of 2,000, so they make sure that you don't, if you lose more than 2,000, then your account you might lose your account. That's a daily loss, by the way, and then 4,000 is your max loss. But to be honest, if you're a good trader, you shouldn't be losing 10%. You should be trading 1 or 2%, especially with a big account like that. You don't need to be making crazy trades. The type of trades that I make with my small account, because I want to make more profit. So this is one of the things I have a problem with. You have to trade with MT4, MT5. I hate MT4 and MT5. I mean, look at this user interface. Look at it. It's so ugly. Look at it. What am I supposed to do with this in comparison to my beautiful pro real time? But anyway, yeah, this is one of the things I don't like. You have to trade with MT4. It's so ugly. So ugly. But what can you do? What I like about FTMO, you get 100x leverage. That is awesome. The target is 10%, which shouldn't be too bad if you've got 100x leverage. Now, one of the things I'm not the biggest fan of is their spread and commission structure. Obviously, they use third-party brokers, so some of these spreads and commissions are out of their hands, so I can't really fault them. But their proprietary one, which is the FTMO with LMAX data feed, it's probably one of the more expensive ones out there, but you can always choose one of the other ones. I'm actually going to use Admiral if I was to trade with FTMO, because obviously it's got the cheapest commissions, the cheapest spreads, small commissions, which is pretty good. But yeah, at least it gives you a variety. I can't really say it's a bad thing, because they give you a variety of different brokers to choose from with varying numbers of spreads. But I think this is something that people should check before they start trading with the FTMO, as they vary quite broadly the amount of commission you're paying depending on the broker that you choose. So it's always something to look at before you enter the challenge. And what I also really like about FTMO is that on their YouTube channel, they actually have like a catalog of interviews with traders that successfully completed the challenge, and they just talk about the experience and how they did, and it's really some really good resources to understand how to pass it, and just to see that there's real people actually passing it, and it's not a scam. So I really like the fact that they've got interviews with some existing winners, and I actually know someone in my personal life, someone that I know that's actually has a funded account and has withdrawn, so I know that it's legit. Now, moving on to ClickFunder. They are based in Amsterdam, and they're the self-proclaimed largest platform for funded traders. What sticks out to me straight away is that they have over 500 active funded traders. They offer 0 commission, which is really good, and it's an 80-20 split as opposed to 70-30 split with FTMO. And the pip raw spread is 0, so they're really not trying to take money off of you. No commissions, no spread. That's really good. One caveat though, it says here, ClickFunder is currently closed to public and referral only. You may try the demo, however, you will only be accepted traders via application. So you have to apply. There's no more there's no challenge the way there is for FTMO. So you have to apply, and then they'll interview you, and if you pass the interview, then I think you can go on to actually get a funded account. So ClickFunder's system is slightly different to FTMO in that rather than doing a challenge to see that you're a successful trader before them giving you a free account, you will actually rent an account. So even whether you're a successful trader or not, you're still renting. You're paying them monthly or even annual rent. So here's the different account sizes you can rent. You can rent a £30,000 account, $160,000 account, or $240 account. So $240,000 account. So that's quite a lot of money. And you can do 90 days, 180 days, or 360 days. And it ranges from €500 all the way up to €6,000, depending on the account size you want and how long you want to hold it for. Now, this is just a different strategy. I think it's quite interesting that they can do that, and even breaks down, if you rent a 30k account, you're basically paying €4.17 a day for the whole year. So as long as you're making profits, then it doesn't really matter that you're renting an account. And it's an 80-20 split, but you can only withdraw after you've hit a 5%. So you have to hit 5% of your account before you can start withdrawing money out. This is a really good trading platform if you're probably more of a swing trader or something like that, because the platform actually has a bit more robust features than some of the MT4 nonsense that I see on the other one. But and it's commission free, so they're really not trying to scrape money off of you in different ways. They really want you to be successful because they can line their pockets as well with your successful trades. So it's quite transparent. I like it. And there's an interview process. So once you apply, they'll interview you, ask you some questions, make sure that you're a legitimate trader, you know what you're doing, and then they might give you an account, they might not. I don't know what the interview process, what they're looking for in the process, but I might actually apply just to see what it's about, and if I like it, I might actually start trading with them. Some of the drawbacks: you cannot hold your trades over the weekend. So if you're swing trading, that's all good and dandy, but you can't hold it over the weekend. There's no guaranteed stop losses. There's a 300% margin requirement for holding positions overnight, which is not the best. And most importantly, there's no leverage. That is the biggest thing for me, the fact that there's no leverage. So to round it up, FTMO, they use 100x leverage, which is really enticing for someone like me who's a bit aggressive with the way he trades. You have access to 80,000 euros or $100,000. You need to hit a 10% profit target, and there's 2 steps to the challenge process. So you have to do 1 month where you make a 10% profit, and then the second month you need to make 5% profit and 5% profit again for a third month, and then you get verified. The profit split is 70% for you and 30% for them, and they use the dreaded MT4, MT5 platform. Now, there's high spreads and commission costs. Well, I wouldn't say there's high, there's a varying range depending on the broker that you use. Now, when it comes to ClickFunder, there's no leverage. Now, that could be good for some people or bad for others. I would see it as it hamstringing me because I like leverage, so I can take bigger trades and make more money. However, you get more money if you're let onto the program. They give you up to $240,000.
Oh my guys are ballers.
In comparison to FTMO, precise with your trades, and you need to be very skilled because without leverage, you'll be using. Yeah, you don't have as much purchasing power to get that 5%. There's only an interview process. So unlike FTMO, you do not have to go through demo account a challenge. You'll get an interview, and I don't know what the stages are. I might go through it and then I'll find out and let you guys know. But there's an interview process, and you need to be either get referred or apply. Slightly more enticing than FTMO, their profit share is 80-20 split. So you keep 80% and they keep 20%. However, you only keep the 80% after 5% is made on the account. So anything after that is 80-20 split. You have to make 5% target first. They also have their own proprietary trading platform. So you only get to choose from one platform, but the platform looks quite robust and has quite a lot of different features as opposed to some of these other more primitive platforms, MT4. So there's 0 spread and 0 commission. So you can see they're not really trying to make money off you as a broker. They really just want you to make profits. That's why they cut all the costs out of trading. And there's 0 downside risk. I actually didn't put the downside risk in for FTMO, but FTMO has a 5% daily loss and a 10% account loss. So if you lose 10% of your account, then you lose the account. But with ClickFunder, they're a bit more flexible. They have 0 downside risk, so you can, in theory, go into quite a lot of losses, but in reality they have a risk management algorithm that will probably stop you out of trades if you're looking to lose too much. So all in all, I think there's some positives to both trading platforms, to be honest. It's not really an either or thing for me. I think it just depends on the type of trader you are. If you're maybe a swing trader or someone that wants more capital but doesn't want the pressure of having to make higher targets, then I say ClickFunders for you. But if you really want to, if you're probably more aggressive, you want to max leverage and you don't mind splitting the profits a little bit more, but you might be having a worst platform to use like MT4, but then I say FTMO is for you. The only thing about FTMO is that you have to what I like about it is you have to do the demo challenge. I see the challenges as just a fun way of accessing the account. ClickFunder, on the other hand, you have to rent the account. So even if you get on, you'll be continuously renting the account. So while there's not pressure on you to hit certain targets once you're on, the pressure will be the fact that you've paying rent, so you need to at least make that amount to justify you having the account. While with FTMO. Once you pass the challenge stage, the account is free basically, and you just have to just keep making money as long as you don't hit any of the loss limits. And those loss limits aren't too crazy. They're quite manageable. I think you shouldn't really be going down 10% in your account anyway, regardless of if there's a restraint on you or not, as a good trader. So yeah, that was my 2 cents on FTMO and Clickfunder. I keep saying Clickfunder. I'm probably going to apply for both, to be honest, because they both sound pretty good, and I'll probably document my trades on them. So yeah, thanks for watching the video to the end. And as I promised, here's some other trade funding organizations. You got the 5%ers, Top Step Trader, and Fundseeder. Thanks for watching. It's Any, aka the NocTrader, signing out.